What's happening? It's Monday morning, and I'm gonna go do a Murph with all the guys from work. I figured this might be like my last time doing PT in the Army, so why not send it with a Murph? Because I haven't done one since I was in Poland, I think. So it's been a while. But yeah, we're still gonna get a lift in during lunch, and then probably still gonna go run 4 or 5 miles this afternoon. So looking like a triple training day as long as I'm feeling good. Did not sleep great, but it is what it is. Nothing a little caffeine can't fix, and then hopefully I can get my sleep schedule back on track and fall asleep pretty early tonight. Other than that, I will see you guys after the Murph. I probably won't record just because it's PT. I'm not gonna bring my tripod and all that in there. So, all right, see you guys. We are post mode, and yeah, that was kind of rough. The running wasn't too bad, especially the first mile because that just felt like me running. But I did 41 and some change, which is abysmal compared to where I was like last October, last September, somewhere around there. I did a Murph last year, unkitted, and I think I did it like 30 and some change, maybe 31 minutes. I was in really good shape then. But yeah, right now we are just in running shape. So I do have roughly about 6 weeks till Memorial Day, and I'm gonna keep up the tradition of doing a Murph on Memorial Day. So definitely time to start doing, if anything, just Cindy a few times a week, just 5, 10, 15 of pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, or air squats. Sorry, I'm a little tired. But yeah, nothing too bad. Pull-ups got a little hard towards the last bit. Honestly, it was the push-ups that was the rough part. But that could be just because my chest was really tight still from the tattoo, and it did not feel great. But also doing 200 push-ups when I couldn't tell you the last time I've done that, probably since the last time I did a Murph. So, other than that, that'll be session one for the day. I'll go do some strength work and probably keep it at that. I probably won't do high rocks or any hit, but you never know with me. There's a chance that I just get to the gym, start doing some stuff, and then I'm like, oh, this would sound fun. So we'll see. Until then, I will see you guys probably at the gym today. See you. All right. It is Monday night now. I trained 3 times today. So we did the Murph this morning. I went and just did a little bit of upper body, some mobility, and then some abs during my lunch break. And then I ran 5 miles around 4 o'clock. And I want to do more. I'm not going to, obviously. I already showered. I ate my meal. Might do one more little snack just because I had 3 training sessions today. But yeah, if you watched the BPN go one more ultra at all this past weekend, or you've been seeing all the highlights and the reels and TikToks from it, how are you not fired up to just go train every aching second? I don't know. It could just be me, but seeing Kim, Kendall, Harvey, and then Mark, like go kill it. Seeing what Mike pull his wheelchair at mile 114 and finish his loop, even though he had already missed the time slot because his wheelchair locked up from all the mud. I don't know. I think it's just like truly inspiring, and I just don't see how someone could witness something like that and then just not get the itch to want to just pour your heart out into training. Could just be me because I'm a gym rat or a fitness junkie. I don't know what you want to call me at this point, but I just like being in shape. So seeing that just motivates me to keep being the best me. So yeah, that'll wrap up today. Tomorrow will probably only be 2 sessions. I'll do a modified version of my like athlete program thing that I was doing with the power cleans and all of that. We'll switch up the power cleans just because my tattoos have not completely healed yet, and I don't want to put some damage to them if I'm catching a bar up there. So might do some power snatch or something a little different, and then we'll keep the rest of the program as normal most likely. And then tomorrow's just another easy run. We'll be doing some sort of track work on Wednesday, whether that's 1 mile repeats or 400s. I'm doing that with Danny, so we got to discuss on which one we're going to do on Wednesday and then which one we're going to do on Friday. So other than that, well, it's good. It is gym time. It's Tuesday now, so we're going to go do our athlete workout and then probably do like a little mini high rock session after. Nothing crazy. I have like an hour 45, 2 hours for workout time. Then I got to go to a little brief type thing, so we got a little bit of time to kill. So yeah, I'm not at the normal gym I go to, which has a bunch of Green Berets and Special Forces guys, so I can actually record here without feeling like I have to go in and edit everyone's face out and stuff like that if they step in the video. So yeah, I'll show some clips from this. What's happening? We're doing a little voiceover for this, and the gym got a little crowded, so I didn't get to record the whole workout. But today's workout was the high hang snatch pulls, which is what we're going to see now. And then I did trap bar deadlift, dumbbell push press. I think I did some row, I don't remember, and then I did some core. But yeah, that's basically the workout, and you'll see on Thursdays when I get a lot more footage for you. Other than that, see you next clip. What's happening, guys? So it is Thursday, right around 10 o'clock now. I just got back from my 5 mile run. Went out to Bear Creek out in Colorado Springs, their trail, and I just did a couple loops to get some elevation in. Realized I haven't really done any elevation training, like per run, not like total altitude training. So yeah, went pretty solid. It was like 5.3 or something like that. Came around like a 940 something, 950. I don't remember off the top of my head. Somewhere around there for the pace. And yeah, we are just trying to fuel up because I'm going to go do a gym session in 2 or probably 3 hours. Give my body a little bit of time to digest. We are doing 4 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, 1 or 2 apples, and then a peanut butter and jelly for breakfast. I wanted to do rice and eggs, but I forgot to cook rice last night, so I'm going to have to do that now, but I don't feel like waiting to eat, so I'll just do the quick carbs with some jelly and the apples, and then I'll probably have a quick snack before we go train. Today we have dumbbell jump squats. I know there's some chin ups, bench press. I'll have to look, but yeah, another full body day. A little bit of power movements at the start, and then I think we have some decent isometric work today. So yeah, I'll try and get some clips. I'm not going to go during lunchtime. I'll go a little bit after. That way I can actually record the clips. Because if you saw earlier in the video, I have one clip for me doing some high hang snatch pulls, and the gym just got way too crowded. Like I could barely keep my gym bag around me and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of forgot how packed military gyms get during lunchtime when a lot of people work out during them. So yeah, I'm gonna eat some breakfast, probably just watch a little bit of YouTube, and then yeah, just chill till we work out, and I will see you probably on the way there. If not, then I'll just show clips of the session today. All right, see you in the next one. All right, what's happening? We are here for the gym session, and it's basically empty, so we will be able to record as much as I need to. So just starting off some foam rolling, some massage gun, and then a little bit of hip mobility because I'm feeling pretty tight from the run yesterday and this morning. Um, yeah, and then the workout today. So we're gonna do a dumbbell jump squat. We're gonna do 2 reps with dumbbells, and then immediately drop and do 1 jump without weight. After that, we're gonna do a box squat. And then we're gonna do bench and weighted chin-ups. We have isometric split squats. Just kind of holding in that position. And then some core after that. We are wrapping up our track session today. We did a 6x400s with 200-meter jog recovery, and as you can kind of see, we got some flurries of some snow and some sleet. Who would have thought at mid-April, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it'd be like that out in Colorado. About facing the wind, and I don't want to get pelted by ice. What's happened? We are in the middle of our long run. It is windy. I'm on the country roads of Colorado. And look at this view. Absolutely beautiful out here. A little cold, but it is what it is. I averaged about like 9:30, 9:45 pace. Nothing crazy. Some rolling hills I wasn't expecting. But we will report back after the run and close out this week's video. What's up? All right, so it's Saturday. Yeah, I think around 1. I don't know, I have my watch on. Around 1-ish. So we just finished up that long run, which was a 9-mile long run. Nothing too crazy. A little hilly. I should have expected that. I completely forgot to look at the elevation for that, but well, good. No biggie. Outside of that, that's going to conclude training, I guess, for this week. Since I'm going to be doing stuff tomorrow, but that'll be in next week's video. So yeah, I mean, we logged in 31 miles this week. Nothing crazy. I skipped 1 day of running. Just bad timing on running errands and stuff like that. So it happens. No biggie. And then we lifted what? 4 out of the 6 days? Something like that. So as you saw, all the footage, I mean, from the one video from Tuesday and then some of the stuff from Thursday's workout. So yeah, that's basically it. Not to steal like Luke Hopkins' idea of sitting down and talking about something, but I know this probably won't reach any sort of an audience or stuff like that, because I know this won't blow up and I won't clip this most likely. But I don't know. I love the fitness space. Love being fit. love everything about it. So I just want to talk about the accusations of people who call themselves quote unquote hybrid, and how most people online are getting accused of taking steroids and stuff like that, or peptides, or TRT, SARMs, whatever you want to consider it, under the whole umbrella of PEDs. But I I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make sense for everyone always getting accused. I don't know. It just reminds me of like the fitness space like 6, 7 years ago, back when like Alpha Elite, Young LA, like all of these brands were like the peak of fitness and stuff like that. And basically everybody under the sun was getting accused of taking SARMs, being on gear, and just not disclosing it. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Especially in that era, like that made sense because that's bodybuilding. Everybody was competing in bodybuilding shows. Powerlifting was getting on the scene. Excuse me, but everyone wasn't like competing under the USAPL, getting drug tested and stuff like that. And then now we fast forward to basically, I'll say 2025, 2026, when hybrid training is becoming like extremely popular. Everybody's diving into running, swimming, biking, triathlons. High rocks is huge now. And to me, it's just like a lot of like these newer guys who are coming into the gym, even some of like the newer quote unquote like kings of fitness content. I don't know if I want to go that far, but people who have like big followings and stuff like that, like they're still only 23, 24 years old. So to them, like if they run and they're a good runner, that means you only could have focused on lifting for maybe 2 or 3 years before you switched over into endurance. And 2 to 3 years of lifting is nothing in terms of how much size you can gain. And like when you look at the BPN team, or I don't know, some of the guys on Cadence, or a lot of these High Rocks guys like Hunter or Jake, like they're people that always you see in their comments of people accusing them of taking gear. It's just like I don't think you realize like a lot of these guys are in like their late 20s into their 30s now, and bodybuilding was such a huge part of that the 2010 era that that's all everybody focused on. So people got big, people focused on eating and just putting on the size, and then people transitioned into endurance space. And a lot of these guys who are successful in the endurance space now, who are the ones who are getting accused the most, are the ones who've been doing it since like 2020, like when Nick really popped off and kind of exploded into the hybrid space. I know he kind of piggybacked off of like Fergus Crawley and stuff like that, but when the BPN exploded in the hybrid space, and more people have started endurance training and stuff like that, like I don't think people realize like a lot of these guys lifted for, let's say, 7 to 10 years, and then transitioned into endurance training where they've been doing it for 2, 3, 4 years. And that's a long time in endurance training. I mean, in the grand scheme of them, are they ever going pro? No. Like, I've only been seriously running for not even a year and a half. And I went from barely being able to run like 7, 8 miles on a long run. I mean, we did a quote unquote half marathon. We did a 14-mile run, and I did it just in 2 hours. Like, that was kind of like a good baseline for me. And then fast forward to now, I did a 3:25 marathon after basically dedicating to endurance training, which isn't anything great, but that just shows you in less than a year and a half, you can go from somebody who just lifted. I have a big background in bodybuilding and powerlifting. I mean, I've tried CrossFit, Olympic lifting, you name it, I've tried it. So going from a space where I cared about being big, I cared about being strong, and then now I'm in the space of, I don't want to call it longevity, but I'm doing the endurance thing because I want to prosper the rest of my life. And sticking to strictly bodybuilding, powerlifting is not the way to do that. But kind of like the direction I'm going is like, I have not lost an incredible amount of size. Like, I still see videos of me running, or if I've played soccer, and my legs still look massive. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn or stuff like that, but I haven't trained legs since last June probably. So we're pushing close to a year, and my legs have barely lost any size, if they have. And my whole goal of why I wasn't training legs was because I wanted my legs to downsize. I wanted to be able to wear split seam shorts or running shorts that weren't tights and not have huge shaping spots in the middle of my legs. Just from powerlifting, soccer, football, like all these sports, like my adductors were big, so they always rub together. Just from those sports, it's just that's kind of the nature of the beast when you want to put on size and you want symmetry in your body. But that just goes to show, like, even a year of not training seriously on my legs, like some trap bar deadlifts or split squats, doing the functional stuff that I'm doing now, training more like an athlete. But my legs have held on to size just because I'm eating to not gain or not to lose a ton of weight. I don't really train upper body as much. Right now, we're back into training 2 to 3 days a week, but I'm sure once I dial back into a half marathon or a marathon prep, I'm going to cut out lifting again. So I think it's just like, it's one of those things that so many people are quick to accuse others because they don't realize the time that went into reaching those goals. And am I defending these guys? Kind of, yeah. But at the same time, like, could they be on stuff? 100%. It's the fitness space. Like, you are paid to look good. You have tons of brand deals. Like, a lot of these guys can go photo shoot ready in days. And that's just the nature of the beast. But if you also think about lighting and stuff like that, like, I'll show you a couple clips at the very end of this of, like, I'll do like a natty or not kind of a thing. Because I have some pictures when I was 19, 20, before I had ever taken anything in my life. And I look freaky. Like, to be 19 and only really dedicating, like, I'd say probably 2 years at that point to, like, really lifting. Like, it was pretty insane, the transformation I had. But and then I go look when I was 24 and I did a little cycle to hit my 600-pound deadlift. Like, yes, I've seen the sides that playing with PEDs does to your body, but at the same time, like, a lot of these guys are so dedicated to their craft that the people who are your everyday people who see these guys online don't realize how much hard work went into before they blew up. I don't know. Like, I know I kind of rambled on this, but it's just one of those things. Like, I hate how everybody is so inclined to just accuse people of taking PEDs. Just like, because I have done it, and even doing it, I was still outworking everybody I knew at that time who was really big into lifting or running. Like, I did it in my early days of my military career. So it was just like, I still knew that I was outworking everybody. I was still out eating everybody. I was out sleeping people. Like, just because I was taking it doesn't mean it's a cheat code. Like, I'm still dedicating all aspects of my training and outside of training to my goals. So I think just like when I see people getting accused of it, especially guys like Luke, he's like, I don't know why he's one of the few people I hate when I see the accusations of him, because, like, if you go watch some of his TikToks or some of his earlier YouTube videos, like, you see how gifted he was physically from the age of like 13, 14 years old. I know he talks about how small he was, like, stature wise, but dude, he's ripped. He puts on weight fast because he did it for rugby and football. And it's just like, this kid grew up playing sports that did not demand running as much, which means you can put on muscle a lot faster. And then by the time he's, what, I think he said he was like 19, 20 is when he competed in his first bodybuilding show and he was winning. Dude, he looked freaky at that time. And it's not because he was on anything. It's because some people are just gifted when it comes to building muscle. And then at the same time, he had already started endurance training. He said he'd run a marathon and stuff like that. So when you see people like that and then you don't realize the timeline. So you're talking 13 to 20 of basically bodybuilding with some endurance training by that 18, 19 age, kind of when the hybrid endurance space kind of started. And then look at him now, and he even says he barely lifts anymore, and he still holds on to size because that's just what food does. When you are sleeping 8 to 10 hours, like when you are eating to make sure you are not to, like, fuel your body properly, like, your body holds on to muscle. And then once you start lifting again, muscle memory is a real thing. Like, I did, so last year when I deployed, I started the deployment in January, and I had not powerlifted in a while. I wasn't like, I had bodybuilded. I put on some size because I knew I was going to lose weight during the deployment, just because all I was going to do was work out. But I was barely pulling 405 on a deadlift at that time. Like, I don't even know if I could have benched 225. My squat was like barely 315, and then while running 30 to 50 miles a week that whole deployment, because I started training for a half marathon, I was still lifting with everybody all the time. My deadlift blew back up to a 550 in 6 months, 5 months, something like that. And like, my squat went up to a 395. My bench got to a 290, 295. So it's like, muscle memory is so real. Like I even remember calling my wife sometimes and her thinking, being like, "Hey, are you back on things?" Because my body just reacted. Your body knows what to do when you're training a certain way. So I don't know. Like I know I've rambled a lot, but this is just one of those things. Like I hate the PED thing. I've been accused of it before. Like I remember hearing that as rumors in college a lot. Like yeah, like I put on a lot of size in college. I put on like 30 pounds. Like I'm only 5'6", 5'7". Like I'm not tall. But when you're dedicated to something, people who are not as serious as you will always be the first to accuse you of something because they don't realize the work that goes into it or they don't see everything behind the scenes. And that is a big reason why now I am way more open with showing the whole process now. I know like I've always wanted to do YouTube, like since I was like 18, 19 when Christian Guzman, Max Tuning, like a lot of this OG guys were blowing up. And when you're that age, you're envying everybody who's barely 5, 6 years older than you. But now it's just like I want to show the process, and it's like everything that goes into it, like how much I eat, like how I don't really sleep. I do right now just because I'm away from my family, but like when I'm back with my family, how I'm getting 6 hours of sleep because I work, because I'm a dad, because I'm a husband, and it's like I prioritize all these things, and I'm just here to show you that it's not about taking shortcuts. It's about the hard work, how long these goals take. Like I've been talking about my Boston qualifier, but in reality, it's April. I'm not doing that till November or October of 2027 is my next marathon. Like, so in the meantime, like there's so much time to progress. But on social media, if you're only showing highlights, you're not showing the process. It's just like, oh, that guy got lucky, or he's got good genetics. And it's like, no, it's like you just didn't see the behind the scenes of what a year and a half of training looks like. And to a lot of those guys who have been doing it, they show everything, but a lot of these guys don't watch YouTube anymore. So now it's like, oh, you see the highlights on TikTok, on Instagram. If you're one of those people, you watch YouTube Reels and stuff like that. So I don't know. This is just a big ramble about the whole scene, but it's one of the facades I don't like about social media, and it's kind of why I don't. I'm not trying to blow up. I don't want to do the viral clips on Instagram. Like I'm not trying to do that. Like I don't post on TikTok really. I'm probably gonna delete my account soon just because I don't want to use TikTok anymore. But it's just one of those things. It's just like the genuine people are the ones with the low following, and they're the ones who put out the real content. But the people who get seen are the ones who have blown up. And a lot what people don't see is the work that went in to get to that point. And a lot of the times that's years in the making. And some people are just so quick to assume people are on steroids. And it's like, yeah, some people take things. Like, it is what it is. You shouldn't follow what everybody does to a T. Like, you are your own individual. I'm not going to go watch Connor Mance. He's America's top marathon runner right now. And I'm not going to go immediately jump into his training, exactly the mileage, the speed work, trying to hit his paces. It's like, no, that's fucking stupid. But the problem is with social media is you see these 19, 20, 21-year-olds who see the lifting side and they're like, oh, I'm going to go try that. And then all of a sudden they see that those same influencers are running 40 miles a week. And then they're just like, oh, these guys are on steroids. It's like, no, you missed the whole process that they got to them to that point. You're just trying to jump into that now. And now you look like an idiot because now you're going to get injured or you're just going to lose the passion and you're immediately going to tell people are on steroids, but you missed out on the 5, 6 years of work that it gets to that point. All right, I'm done rambling. I appreciate you. I know there's probably going to be one person who listened to that whole thing, but that's something I've been thinking about, and I knew no TikTok was going to be able to get in how much I wanted to say. So, yeah, if you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Peace.